One of the most fundamental rudiments you can learn as a percussionist is the buzz roll. The buzz roll is particularly, although not exclusively, a snare drum rudiment. You won't be playing buzz rolls on timpani. Most of the time not on toms, but sometimes. So it's a very important rudiment as far as coloring music, emphasizing different passages, especially crescendos, build-ups, and things like that. Now, first of all, I want to make a distinction between a buzz roll and a double stroke roll. Some people get those two confused, or they fail to realize that they are two different things. Now, buzz roll, first I'll start with the double stroke roll. A double stroke roll is 2 strokes per hand. Okay. A buzz roll, on the other hand, generally is 3 bounces per stick. It's not the same as a triple stroke roll, but you will have a good rule of thumb is to have 3 bounces per stick. So now, one thing to practice and to be able to do with a buzz roll is, first of all, I want to make something clear. When you're playing a buzz roll through a passage, the strokes of your arm should be in time. So let's say I count something off at about 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not just going to start flailing my arms playing a buzz roll. My arms are actually going to be in time. A good pulse for a buzz roll at 60 beats per minute would be about an 1/8 note triplet. So it would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. If I exclude one of my hands, it'll sound like this, and then you can hear where the triplet is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as the tempo gets faster, you might want to switch it to an 1/8 note. And actually, that would be rather probably a 16th note. So you double it. When I said 1/8 note triplet, it would have been a 16th note triplet. So if I were, if I'm at a tempo like this, I'd be playing 16th notes with my arms on the buzz roll there. Now, one point I want to bring up as far as the drum is concerned, and this will help with playing soft passages and things like that. Now, on drum set, things might be a little different, though I try not to make things too different on drum set than from classical percussion, because the same principle should apply. And one of those things is the position of the snare strainer, or the release mechanism. I have mine right here, in the front of the snare. I noticed a lot of drum set guys put it over here, to the left, because I guess for easy access, but I find it just easy to go like that. Now, one of the reasons why I have it up here is because the snare strain, see that allows me to play soft passages directly over the snares. If I play something over here, which is not above where the snare band is, I'm not going to get the same snare reaction as over here. So I'll just play it, There's a little more sensitivity over here because you're playing directly over the snares. Now, when doing the when playing a buzz roll, you want the most even sound possible. You don't want one arm to overpower the other. For an exaggerated example would be, right? You want it nice and even. Okay? When you're playing soft passages, one mistake a lot of people make is they lift their fingers off the stick, so they end up playing kind of like, I hope you can see my hands, they end up playing like this. I mean, you might be getting a nice even sound, but you want to keep the integrity of the sound. And the integrity, there's a certain amount of integrity that lies in keeping your fingers on the sticks. I can get the same sound, if not better, by keeping my fingers on the stick. Not to mention I have more control. And when you start crescendoing, you know, you're not finding yourself having to put your fingers back on the stick. You already have them there. And one thing you want to do as your volume gets louder is start incorporating your arms. Generally, your arm movement might get faster as the volume, the dynamic goes up, because you're needing more power to or more speed to get those notes closer together. At a higher volume, your stroke is starting to sound more like a double stroke, even though it shouldn't. So you want to keep it nice and consistent. One thing you need to practice is crescendos, decrescendos, playing an accent with your buzz roll. Now, accents generally are one stroke, right? So if I have a passage that's a tied over buzz roll, and I'm seeing accents over each quarter note, I'm not going to play it like this. I'm going to play it like this. Right? So you're hitting one stroke on the accents. Right? Not like this. Okay, so there's a difference between and. That should be about everything, and you know, always approach the snare drum like it's a musical instrument, because it is. You know, it's not like, you know, cavemen weren't playing drums. The membranophone, as it is here, with a head on each side, is a rather sophisticated instrument. Didn't come until much later. You know, cavemen may have been hitting things together, but what's that? That's more like a xylophone, you know, some kind of videophone. The drum is a sophisticated instrument. You know, they didn't have the technology till you know, much later. So you know, approach it as such. Remember, you're playing music, not just noise. Thanks.